Well, where do we begin? Where do we begin on the John Cena retirement tour? I have a lot I need to get off my chest about this, so I'm going to use this video as a way to express how I feel. And maybe some of you out there might feel the same way I do. When John Cena announced I want to say it was July 2024 in Toronto at Money in the Bank. I'm pretty sure that's when the month was, in July. He said that 2025 was going to be his final year, and that he was telling us that so all the fans could be aware of that. And if you wanted to see him live, to get the tickets to go see him live, so you get that one last chance to see John Cena, or maybe a first chance to see John Cena live. He was telling all of us way ahead of time this was happening, and the final time is now, right? So we're all excited for 2025. What are they going to do? This is going to be Cena's year. This is going to be incredible. Everyone over the years who hated John Cena, who booed him and all that stuff, it went out the window. We were excited to see John Cena again. We were excited to enjoy his career and this last year of his wrestling career and legacy. We wanted to just embrace it and be there all the way through it, rooting him on. So what happens is the Royal Rumble's the first thing, right? The Royal Rumble's the big event in January. The winner of that is going to face the champion at WrestleMania, and it's John Cena and main event Jey Uso in the finals. And who wins but main event Jey Uso? Fans didn't want that. They wanted John Cena to win. They give it to Jey Uso, and he botches it big. He botches it so badly that he's back in the tag team with his twin brother Jimmy doing the whole Usos thing again. So main event Jey Uso's chance to rise and shine, it didn't happen. And it could have been Cena's chance to win that Rumble and go to Mania. All right, whatever. Next show, Elimination Chamber. Cena goes in there in the Elimination Chamber with guys like CM Punk, and they get at it. They have this great match in there. Cena wins, and what happens then? We get the whole deal with The Rock and Cody Rhodes. The Rock wants Cody Rhodes' soul and all this other bullshit that makes zero sense, but anything for The Rock to get on television, I guess, that's in The Rock's mind. That's probably all he had to think about at that moment. And we get something that we always wanted to have seen in years earlier, was the John Cena heel turn. And the place went nuts. They couldn't believe it. John Cena finally went heel, and he aligned himself with The Rock. He sold his soul to The Rock. But then they botched that. The Rock's nowhere to be found at WrestleMania. We get Travis Scott again, who is like nowhere near being like Dennis Rodman was for the NWO. Like, if they were trying to get that kind of vibe, it did not work. No one wanted Travis Scott around, and no one wanted this heel version of John Cena we were getting. He didn't change anything. He just would kind of like bash the fans, saying, "You were mean to me all those years. You were mean to me all those years." And it just got kind of bad. Like, the best thing from the John Cena heel turn was that promo, the pipe bomb on CM Punk, where he reversed everything Punk said to him in 2011 back onto Punk in 2025. That's the only thing I take out of the heel turn. The only one positive thing, the only fun, enjoyable thing was that heel promo on CM Punk on SmackDown that night when he put him through the table. Then we get the crazy babyface turn. Out of nowhere, Cody Rhodes on SmackDown says to John Cena, "I want the old John Cena, the John Cena who hustle, loyalty, respect, who believes in the fans and all this." And then John Cena's like, "Okay, here I am again. Is that what you want? All right, yay, I'm John Cena." And the place goes nuts, and it's like, all right, this is the John Cena we wanted from January until now. So they go into SummerSlam, have an amazing match. Cena puts Cody over. Cody's the new WWE champion for the second time. And then we get the babyface end run of the tour with Cena, where he wrestles Logan Paul, where he wrestles AJ Styles, where he wrestles Brock Lesnar. And what happens there? Brock gets the win. What a surprise. They couldn't even have Cena go over Brock. Nope. Brock gets the win on that WrestlePalooza pay-per-view, which ESPN wasn't overly happy about because it was a pretty shitty ran pay-per-view. If you look back at the matches and how they were booked and who won, it wasn't really the best. So Cena does do one incredible thing in this latter half of the year. He wins the Intercontinental Championship from Dirty Dominic Mysterio on Raw, so he becomes a Grand Slam champion. So his last title he holds in the WWE is the Intercontinental title, something that has eluded his career the entire time he was there. He loses it a few weeks later to Dominic Mysterio at Survivor Series. There's no surprise there. They didn't want Cena to be champion in his last match, and I get that. And Dirty Dom beating Cena is a huge thing for him and his career. Then we get the tournament to see who's going to face John Cena. And where it should have been a guy like Carmelo Hayes, a young dude who could have got upset win after upset win after upset win to face Cena. And I'm pretty sure Carmelo Hayes would consider Cena one of his idols. I just get that impression. I saw photos of them together. He seems overly happy with Cena. But no. Instead, Carmelo Hayes gets one upset win and then loses in the tournament. We get Gunther, Mr. Boring. And I don't care. If people like Gunther, I would like to know what is there to like about the guy. He's very boring. He does a really horrible top rope splash. His finishing move is a sleeper hold that looks like trash. He has weak-looking clotheslines. His power bomb is bleh. Like, I don't get it. I don't know what there is about Gunther that people like, and I don't know why Triple H has a boner for Gunther. But that comes down to this match on Saturday night's main event. We get the big final match. Cena comes out. Fans are chanting Super Cena. They want Super Cena. They want the guy they hated 10, 15 years ago, the guy who would constantly win. They wanted that Cena on Saturday night's main event. And what happens? Gunther makes Cena tap out. He didn't pin Cena. The guy's motto was never give up, and he tapped. He smiled and tapped. What the fuck was that? The fans had every right to boo Triple H when he came out. That was horrible booking. I've never seen an audience go so quiet, too, when Cena tapped. Like, they say there's like, you know, a heel heat reaction. That wasn't the good one. That when it goes quiet like that, that means, oh, we fucked up. And I remember another time that kind of happened was Lesnar-Taker at WrestleMania, when Lesnar finally beat Taker, and the place kind of just... And it really sucked out the enjoyment. It really sucked out the fan audience, like the love they had at that moment, right? Same thing happened on Saturday's main event. John Cena, this man right here, that guy right there, the 17-time champion, should have been victorious in his final match. All the stuff he did all those years for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, for all those kids who are sick and dying, there should have been a big send-off for Cena. Instead, he loses to Gunther, a guy who they say is the future of the business. Gunther is 38 years old. He's not the future of the business. Braun Breaker should have beat John Cena. Imagine this. Braun Breaker ends John Cena's career. Cena puts his shoes in the ring, and then we get Bronson Reed stealing Cena's shoes like he does with Roman Reigns. That would be amazing heel heat and a way to build up 2 stars to the future. Gunther didn't need it. Did not need it. And the sad thing is, I have a feeling they're going to have Gunther and AJ Styles' career. And he's probably going to end Chris Jericho's career if Jericho does return to the WWE. If I was Chris Jericho, I would rethink coming back now. If I feel like Triple H has a grudge against guys who are equal to him or who got the best of him at some time in his career, like look what he did to Goldberg in his retirement, having Gunther beat him and make that look like a ridiculous ending. And now it's Cena. And I mean, if I was Jericho, I would probably rethink what I'm doing here and maybe re-sign with AEW. Tony Khan treats the legends a little bit better. Case in point, this man, Sting. Sting got an amazing send-off. Sting got the proper retirement tour. He was a tag team champion with Darby Allin, had an incredible last match against the Young Bucks, was seen as still the Stinger as yesterday. Fans loved it. Sting had a great send-off, a big win, and he is now the ambassador of AEW. Apparently, John Cena is the ambassador of the WWE now, but still, Stinger, that is the way you do a retirement tour. Now, I feel like this whole year of 2025 with John Cena was a waste for us. Nothing really happened that we wanted to see happen. Like, yes, we had those little moments where it was like, oh, that was cool. Like the pipe bomb on Punk. The heel turn, the initial heel turn was cool. I'll be honest. I think everyone thought that was cool. Where it went after that just sucked. There was no Cena Rock match. We didn't get that. There was just nothing that really came out of it except for the CM Punk promo that Cena gave on him, the reverse promo, the pipe bomb that Cena did. And then, of course, when he turned babyface again, we get that one moment where he finally wins the Intercontinental title in his hometown of Boston and does the Grand Slam thing, winning the belt that he's never held before. But honestly, can you tell me anything about this 2025 John Cena retirement tour that is like really stands out strong as a huge positive? Like nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing. Cena didn't build any new stars. He didn't. He built, I mean, Dom pinned him. Okay, so there's, I guess that's kind of, but Dom's already established. There was none. There was no chance. I mean, honestly, it just, wow. I don't even know. I understand why fans are upset. I do. And I'm upset too. I'm not even a John Cena fan. Really, I'm not. Like I was at WrestleMania 23. I had to watch one of my favorite wrestlers, Shawn Michaels, lose to John Cena in the main event. I could have seen Shawn win the WWE title live, but no, Cena had to win, Super Cena, right? So, no, I'm not a John Cena fan by any means, but I respect what Cena's done for the business. I respect what he did for all those kids and anyone who was in the Make-A-Wish Foundation or just anyone that Cena needed to go see and cheer up, you know, all the Army vets and everything that he did over the years. He was he sacrificed his own life in a way to make others happy. You know, he didn't have kids because he knew he couldn't do it. There's no possible way, you know. John Cena, his kids were the other kids out there, the sick kids and the wrestling kids and all that. Those were his kids. And he did all this, and Triple H just fucking buried this retirement tour. Triple H, I don't know. There's a joke. There's something going around now saying, well, two things are going around. One is, now you know why Hunter carried the bags, meaning for the click, because maybe Hunter's not as smart as we think he is. And the other one is kind of like a Bret Hart thing where, and I'm kind of guilty too, because I kind of said it, but I've seen others say it too, is that Gunther is sleeping with Triple H. A quote by Bret Hart after the whole Shawn Michaels was sleeping with Vince McMahon back in the day. That's what Bret recently said. But I don't know, man. The Cena run should have been better. If you agree, let me know in the comments. Should John Cena had a better retirement tour? I mean, this is really the GOAT. This is the greatest of this era. You know, of the last 20 years, John Cena has done it all. He's faced them all. He's beat them all. He's been in main events of every pay-per-view that you can think of, even an ECW pay-per-view, right? So actually, the funny thing is, they always said if Cena wins, we riot. I'm surprised at Saturday Night's Main Event, there wasn't a sign that said if Cena loses, we riot. And I think the fans were almost going to riot. I've heard and I've seen videos of a thing with Gunther outside where he needed security because fans were legit that pissed that Gunther beat John Cena. But I mean, I don't think it was... I think the fans were just more disappointed that that's how the retirement tour ended. And it ended on such a, I don't know, just a flat ending. I don't know. I wasn't happy about it, and I know a lot of fans weren't. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Was the John Cena retirement tour a failure or a success? All right, guys, until I do my next one, I'll talk to you later.